Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. November 17th to 21st, 2025. Luna's escape, a beach house showdown, and the shocking fallout that changes everything. The week of November 17th to 21st on The Bold and the Beautiful is shaping up to be one of the most explosive segments the CBS soap has delivered all year. Every storyline is ready to ignite, but the center of gravity is Luna Nozawa's jailbreak, her mad dash to Spencer, and the chaos she drags behind her. From desperate mothers and furious grandmothers to police lockdowns and emotional standoffs, next week's scenes are a pressure cooker set to blow. Here is a comprehensive overview of the upcoming events, their significance, and the potential impact these confrontations could have on the upcoming months of B&B storytelling. Luna Nozawa escapes and heads straight for Will. Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, makes a move no one sees coming, but probably should have. Determined, emotional, and laser-focused on reuniting with Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, the young mother-to-be orchestrates a stealthy, shockingly effective escape from her jail cell. It isn't a sloppy or panicked run. It's calculated, purposeful, and driven by the belief that Will needs to hear her out before anyone else gets to him. The moment the alarm sounds and the escape is confirmed, tension crashes through Spencer publications like a tidal wave. Bill Spencer receives the call first, and the transformation in his tone says everything. The shift is not something he ever expected from Luna. Not this soon, not this brazenly, and definitely not with his son and grandson as potential collateral. Katie Logan is overwhelmed with fear as her maternal instincts kick in. The second Bill delivers the news, Katie Logan goes cold. Not angry, scared. As a mother, she knows exactly how fast a situation involving an escaped inmate can go from being contained to life-threatening. Her mind leaps through every possibility. What if Luna is unstable? What if she's desperate enough to grab Will? What if she's not thinking rationally because of the pregnancy and pressure? Katie's concerns aren't exaggerated. They're grounded in reality. Luna is emotional, unpredictable, and clinging to Will like he's the only thing that can save her. Katie's fear becomes a driving force next week, fueled by confrontations, alliances, and an escalating sense of dread. Luna arrives at the beach house, tension thick enough to cut with a knife. While the Spencer family scrambles, Luna takes a straight path to one place she knows Will can't avoid forever, the beach house. The moment she steps onto that property, the entire energy shifts. It's charged, heavy, almost cinematic, the perfect storm of fear, heartbreak, defiance, and adrenaline. Will's reaction is instant and visceral. Part of him wants to run to her, to protect her, to tell her he doesn't want anything bad to happen. But Deputy Chief Baker slams the brakes on that fast. Baker isn't here for romance. He's here for containment, control, and making sure Spencer family drama doesn't turn into a full-blown crisis. Poppy, Sheila, and Lee arrive, and the volume goes from 10 to 100. In one of the week's most jaw-dropping entrances, Poppy bursts into the beach house with Sheila and Lee tagging behind her. And Poppy isn't shy, scared, or diplomatic. She's enraged. Her voice echoes through the room as she demands to know where Luna is. Her line, "Where is she? Where is that little bitch?" is explosive, emotional, and instantly viral screen cap worthy. It perfectly captures the boiling frustration of a mother who's had enough of her daughter's chaos. Meanwhile, Lee is the opposite. Controlled, focused, strict, flashlight in hand. She moves through the beach house like someone performing a search and rescue, calling out for Luna to surrender, to do the right thing, to stop digging deeper holes. Sheila Carter, for once, is just orbiting the chaos. But make no mistake, she's taking everything in and storing it for later use. Luna's escape, Will's vulnerability, Poppy's panic, all of it can become leverage. Will Spencer be torn between fear and loyalty? Will becomes the emotional epicenter of the storyline next week. He's trapped between two worlds, his love for Luna, and he harbors a deep-seated fear for both her and himself. He doesn't want her hurt, But he also knows she's in deeper trouble than she realizes. His desire to help clashes with every police order, every parental warning, and every instinct to run toward her. His tension drives suspense, and eventually the outcome. Is something terrible about to happen? Between Luna's emotional instability, Will's internal fracture, Poppy's fury, Lee's cold logic, Sheila's unpredictable presence, and the police tightening their circle, next week has all the makings of a dangerous meltdown. A confrontation is coming, a reveal is coming, and the fallout will be enormous. Whether something violent happens or whether a shocking secret drops instead, viewers should prepare for a major turning point in Luna's arc, and possibly Will's future too. Bold and the beautiful spoilers. November 17th to 21st, 2025. Luna's escape, a beach house standoff, and the fallout that could rewrite B&B's future. The Bold and the Beautiful is about to unleash one of its most tension-packed weeks of the year. And if the preview footage is any indication, viewers are heading straight into a psychological storm involving Luna Nozawa. Will Spencer, the Spencer family, and a growing circle of desperate mothers, furious relatives, and unpredictable wild cards. This is not simply a jailbreak storyline. It is a collision of emotional loyalties, unresolved grudges, simmering parental fears, and the kind of multi-character confrontation that typically signals a major turning point on the CBS daytime canvas. Below is an expanded, fully developed, scene-by-scene projection and analysis of what the November 17th to 21st week will deliver, why each beat matters, and how the consequences could spread far wider than Luna and Will's star-crossed romance. 1. The escape that lights the fuse. Luna breaks out and sets a chain reaction in motion. Luna Nozawa's jailbreak is more than dramatic flair. It is a character-defining moment for a young woman whose storylines have been a blend of tragedy, impulsiveness, longing, and overwhelming emotional need. The escape itself unfolds quietly but decisively. There is no wild frenzy, no chaotic scramble. Luna moves with the clarity of someone who believes she has nothing left to lose. Every second of her breakout is fueled by her conviction that Will Spencer must hear from her directly, without lawyers, without parents, and without the police acting as gatekeepers. Her objective is simple: get to Will, speak her truth, pull him back toward her before others, convince him she is a threat. This singular focus is the centerpiece of Luna's descent into desperation. She is a young woman with a turbulent pregnancy, shattered trust, and a collapsing foundation. The escape is less an act of rebellion and more a manifestation of unprocessed fear and attachment. And on B&B, whenever a character acts out of emotional extremity, the fallout tends to be generational. 2. Bill Spencer gets the call. The father's instincts explode into action. When Bill Spencer receives word that Luna has slipped out of police custody, something visibly shifts in him. His reaction is not bluster, not outrage, but alarm. Pure, unfiltered alarm. Bill prides himself on foreseeing danger, controlling environments, and protecting his family by force of will alone. However, this is a rare occasion that catches him off guard. Luna's escape blindsides him, and the implications come fast. A pregnant, impulsive young woman is on the run. She is attached to his son in a way he cannot control. She is emotional, unpredictable, and cornered. And worst of all, Will might run toward her instead of away. For Bill, this situation is a nightmare. Not because Luna is evil, not because he wants to punish her, but because unpredictability is the one thing he cannot fight. Bill Spencer thrives in conflict when he can dominate the board. This escape throws the board into the ocean. 3. Katie Logan, the mother who understands what could go wrong. Fear overtakes everything else. Katie does not erupt. She freezes, the way parents do when every worst-case scenario hits at once. From the moment she hears the word escaped, her mind races through every possibility. Luna showed up at the house. Luna confronting Will. Luna broke down under pressure. Luna is harming herself. Luna lashed out accidentally. Katie is not judging Luna. She is terrified for her. She is equally terrified for Will, who tends to lead with his heart, not his logic. Katie knows that if Luna appears crying, pleading, or distressed, Will might step toward her, right into danger. This is the emotional foundation of Katie's storyline for the week. Her fear is rooted in maternal instinct, not hatred. Her panic is justified, not exaggerated. Her urgency is an expression of love, not control. Katie becomes the voice of grounded reality in a week that otherwise spirals into chaos. 4. The beach house becomes an emotional battlefield. Luna crosses the threshold, and the tone of the week shifts. The moment Luna reaches the beach house, the storyline evolves from panic to confrontation. The beach house is a meaningful space on B&B, a place associated with young love, vulnerability, and defining moments. For Luna, it has been the emotional nucleus of her relationship with Will. Stepping inside that space feels inevitable, like a magnet pulling her in. But the tension is suffocating. Luna is terrified. Will is torn apart. Deputy Chief Baker has zero patience for emotional complications. Baker's presence suppresses any chance of an impulsive romantic reunion. He becomes the rigid wall between Will and the chaos he may still feel compelled to chase. It is a perfect pressure cooker environment, an emotional young mother. She is accompanied by her distressed partner. Police presence. There is no clear way for anyone to escape. This is where B&B excels, turning a simple location into the heartbeat of an episode. 5. The storm arrives. Poppy, Lee, and Sheila converge. 3 mothers, 3 agendas, and 1 explosive scene. The arrival of Poppy, Lee, and Sheila is one of the most compelling combinations B&B has deployed in months. These 3 women could not be more different in temperament, motivation, or emotional wiring, yet they collide over the same crisis. Poppy, the unfiltered fury. Poppy's entrance is volcanic. She is frantic, enraged, and overflowing with guilt, fear, and frustration. Her outburst, "Where is she? Where is that little bitch?" instantly becomes one of the most memorable lines of the month. It is raw, messy, and brutally honest. Poppy is not angry at Luna. She is angry at the situation, at herself, at the universe. The constant cycle of crisis seems to follow her daughter, but the language reveals something deeper. Poppy is losing control emotionally and psychologically. Lee, the calculated realist. Lee's approach is the exact opposite. She arrives focused, disciplined, and mission-orientated. Flashlight in hand, she combs the beach house like an emergency responder, calling out for Luna to surrender. Lee does not operate from emotion. She operates with structure, accountability, and a belief that order must be restored immediately. Her mindset is simple. Luna must stop running. Luna must surrender. Luna must face consequences. Her voice becomes the stern counterbalance to Poppy's frantic chaos. Sheila, the quiet observer. Sheila Carter's presence is perhaps the most fascinating dynamic of the week. She is not the center of the drama, but she is absorbing everything. Every argument, every emotional crack, every vulnerability. Sheila's role is not to escalate the situation, not yet. Her role is to collect ammunition. Because if there is one truth about Sheila Carter, it is this. She never watches a crisis without planning how to use it later. 6. Will Spencer, the heart torn in half. The boy in the crossfire. Will is the most emotionally complex figure in the storyline. He loves Luna. He fears for Luna. He knows she needs help. He knows approaching her could make everything worse. He wants to protect her. He wants to obey the authorities. He wants to run to her. He wants to run away from the danger. This is the kind of emotional fracture that makes or